Were you waiting out here long? I stepped away as soon as I was told you were outside. What did you wish to talk about, my love? Nothing bad has happened, I hope. That's a relief. You were on my mind as well. I'm afraid we can't speak for too long. As happy as I am to see you, there's still much work left to be done. Then, what brings you here? You want to take a walk with me? I'm not sure this is the right time for me to step away. There are many people who are relying on me to return. As wonderful as that sounds, I couldn't possibly. I hear you. It's true, I've barely had any moments to myself, let alone with you. And I have felt worn down as of late. Still, that's no excuse, and a general cannot simply vanish in the middle of the day, not without some level of consequence. This is new. You're being rather insistent today. Are you at all aware of how difficult it is to deny you anything? That battle remains my most difficult one yet. And I still sense you're not keen to let this go. Well, I imagine you wouldn't be the one I love otherwise. All right then. Convince me. You do pose a good point. A sharp, well-maintained blade is far more effective than a dull one. Shall we strike up a compromise? If I join you for an admittedly deserved break, then you must promise to let me return when the time comes. There's no one I trust more, and I know you're only looking out for me. I may not have much free time, but I will make it happen for you. A brief rest might be exactly what this stubborn general needs. A clearer head will benefit us all, and we'll have you to thank. What would I do without you? Lead the way, darling. This is my garden. How is it that you always know exactly what I need? I can't imagine anything more relaxing than a quiet afternoon here with the one I love. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to show you something. It's the right time of year. Some flowers deeper inside might have begun to bloom. Shall we take a look? Do you remember when we first planted those? They've already started to bud. They'll start blooming before long. We started on this section of the garden right before dusk. By the time we finished, the sky was dark and full of stars. I'm glad they're thriving. Once things calm down more, we should think of expanding further. Perhaps we could add some hanging vines or a new perching spot for the birds by the pond. Wouldn't that be nice? things are calm again. I swear it. That'll happen sooner than later, I hope. It has to. I must sound ungrateful, but that's not the case. Having the privilege to work with such dedicated people who only want the best for their home, their loved ones, is an honor. No matter how the work itself wears on me, I do not forget that. Though, some days, I question if my choices are the right ones. Countless people rely on me and the paths I choose. They follow me into the unknown. One day, I fear I will lead them astray, and I will be unable to change course. More than that, I wonder if this exhaustion will be the cause. Still, I find myself unable to stop. Inaction can prove as dangerous as any mistake. There is relative peace now, yes, yet it feels as if I'm busier than ever. Yet, in these moments of rest, all people seem to think about is when it will end and what we can do to prepare. That leaves little breathing room for those in charge. I worry about the neglect I must be showing to other parts of my life, including you. Especially you. Your patience and understanding has always amazed me, but everyone has their limits, and I dread pushing yours. You do so much for me, darling. I'm grateful. While it may not be as often as I would like, these rare moments with you are some of my most cherished times. If it were up to me, we'd have more of them. I hope you know this. It's in my nature, I suppose, to push onward, even at my own expense. A result of many experiences I had throughout just as many years. I'll try to be better. As it seems, even a general of the Xianzhou must be given strict orders. All for his own good, of course. I wonder, could there be a job where someone assigns mandatory breaks? If you'd be interested, I could ask. No reason. Only, I'm beginning to get the impression that you have some ideas hidden away in that head of yours. For example? You've succeeded in guiding me to my favorite nook. Very clever, my love. The breeze is cool, and the sun sits at exactly the right angle where it won't hit my eyes if I sit down to rest. A perfect time for a midday doze. And what's this? Freshly brewed tea? When did you find the time? You hoped I'd agree to join you? Everything has gone according to your plan, I see. You certainly look pleased. Where in the world could you have picked up such a cunning strategy? What sort of minds have you been spending time with? Join me, my love. I shouldn't be the only one enjoying the fruits of your labor. Now you're wondering if we should head back? If they need me, they will find me. Until then, I shall take your advice to heart, my darling, and rest. And you are more than free to join me for an afternoon nap.